hello, and thank you for joining us on this Monday, Cinco de Mayo on Local on 2. I am Laura Schweizer.
Yes, and I'm Stephanie Langston, and while many are headed to their favorite Mexican restaurants to celebrate, we filled our studio with a little chips and salsa. Our producer's a little too proud of that one, folks. We're actually here with the Chippendales, if you didn't notice.
Yes, and we are blushing already. They have just arrived in Nashville and have their very first residency outside Las Vegas at the Hard Rock Cafe on Broadway. This is a huge milestone. Welcome in, guys.
Thank you so very much.
We are so glad that you are here for us and our audience members. You guys have been entertaining the world for over 40 years. Why choose Nashville as your first residency outside of Sin City?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but maybe several years ago, Dolly actually had us appear and walk her out on our variety show on ABC. Now, I don't know how many decades ago, but, you know, and it's also one of the premier bachelorette spots in the country, in the world, possibly. And so we thought maybe full circle, bring it back to Nashville, give it our little Nashville twang to it, and have some fun with the clientele here.
Okay. That is so awesome. Big fans of Dolly. I've seen the pictures. There's some great mullets of the Chippendales in that photo with Dolly.
Yeah.
You all call this an immersive experience. Tell us how you're tailoring that to the Nashville vibe. I saw one of you walk in with a cowboy hat, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the show is still going to be the same classic vibe that we traditionally do in Vegas, but we're just going to tailor it, try to customize it for our audience here in Nashville. Our venue is a lot more intimate, a lot more condensed, so we're going to try to tailor it and customize it for our audience here at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh my gosh, wow. And we are looking at some of the choreography behind some of this. When I think of Chippendales, though, I always think of that like Saturday Night Live with Chris Farley doing that. And they actually did.
Patrick Swayze?
Yes, and Patrick Swayze. But like, they did a casting call here. What are the tryouts really like?
It can be strenuous, you know. I mean, for the most part. I mean, he recently auditioned, so you want to talk about your experience?
Yes.
Sure. I recently moved from Maryland. I drove 10 hours here when I heard about the casting call, and I auditioned and immediately hopped back in my car and drove 10 hours back with the hope of becoming a Chippendale. Now I'm here staying with you guys.
Here you are, living out your dreams.
That's
and
right.
there is another Nashville talent that was cast, or a Nashville talent that was cast as well. You've been hosting this show for a while, all across the globe, and you guys now call Music City home. What do you all think so far?
Well, personally, when I first visited Nashville in like 2007, I was at Cracker Barrel.
Yes.
And it was around Thanksgiving, and I was eating by myself. And this lady said, "Hey, you know, what are you doing eating by yourself?" And I was like, I'm just here for a gig. And she's like, "Well, if you're not busy on Thanksgiving, you can come and eat with my family." And from there on, like, the charm of Nashville has always stuck with me. So being here, it still has that same type of vibe for me. So it's been very welcoming and very homey here.
Oh, and I love to see you guys in front of the Parthenon. Very good. You look great. The first show is May 15th, which we are so excited about. What do audience members need to know ahead of time to bring or not bring?
Just bring good energy. Bring good energy, and bring your friends. I would just say bring your energy, really.
Cash?
No.
Okay.
I mean, bring cash to buy a ticket if you, but there's no cash necessary.
Okay.
All right, when we saw you guys backstage, y'all were back there pumping it up. I'm gonna call you out there. I mean, impressive.
Thank you.
What goes behind preparing? Yes, look at that. For preparing for something like this, you said you all have been working on it since St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, we've been working on routines since St. Patrick's Day, but also I've been working with John here. As you can tell, he's very muscular, and so he's been helping me with my meal plans and helping me get in Chippendale shape for this.
Okay, I gotta ask, you know, we all know those bachelorettes out there, the woo girls. Does the crowd ever get too wild?
We kind of encourage it. You know, we encourage a good time. You know, sometimes it can get a little out of hand, but for the most part, I mean, that's what we want. We promote a good time, and if you're having a blast, then we've done our job.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I want to get some training by John so I can look somewhat like that. I have to ask, I mean, you guys were so kind to deliver chips and salsa here. Is this ever on your meal plan?
It can be, for
It
sure.
can be, yes.
It definitely can be.
I'm probably going to have some as soon as
too.
we're done here.
I mean, it's Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Chips and salsa. Hey, we've got to ask you, how pumped are you about the venue? Because it's going to be awesome. Like you said, it's intimate, but it's at the Hard Rock Cafe.
I like it because it's catered to our show, and for that, and like we know all the nuances in our show and our stage and where the lighting is, and so we know how to move in and around the theater. So for us, it's nice to have our own venue, and be partnered with Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
So how long does a show like this run? Is there a number of change of clothes or lack thereof? Like how many different outfits will we see or not see?
I mean, how many different fantasies do you have? Like we try to cater to all these different fantasies. And I think it's best to just come see the show and experience it live because we do try to tailor to those fantasies.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we are officially blushing and maybe sweating a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, this has been around since 1979. Chippendales, how are you really living out that legacy?
Well, I mean, for me, there's so much history behind the cuffs and the collars. So for me, technically, I'm like borrowing it. I'm borrowing the history and the brand, and I'm always trying to represent myself and the guys before me. There was, like when I first came in, there was Billy Jeffrey, there was Doc, Nathan Miner, John Cook, and a bunch of others that helped me become a Chippendale and like know what it takes, because I thought it was just dancing, but there's so much more to it. And those guys helped me out.
Oh my
for
gosh,
sure.
I still feel like Chris Farley in Saturday Night Live right now. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Caliente. Thank you guys. The Chippendales, straight from the Strip to Broadway. You can find them at the Hard Rock. Check them out at chippendales.com. Tickets are available starting May 15th.